Here we are. Really professional. Let us begin. I have gone through the game multiple times. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 times. And in those 18 times, I have discovered the 4 truths which are required to unlock something which will allow me to get the actual ending. For those that don't know what this game's about, it starts with you finding the Book of Destiny, which allows you to, whenever you die, you basically go back to the starting point and you can make different decisions. It's a video game form of a choose-your-own-adventure type novel. You play Renardo, a fox mercenary person who is in the middle of a civil war between ravens and toads, and there's rabbits and cats, and it doesn't matter. Point is, there's 4 truths, and I'm going to go through them real quick, and then we're going to start the game. First truth is that my rabbit buddy is a super traitor and murders me all the time. The next truth is that the daughter of the evil emperor person likes me still. We used to be childhood friends. The other truth is that this little artifact that I kept trying to get to beat the bad guy is super evil and consumes souls and corrupts you if you use it. And finally, the ancient weapon that defeated the old gods is super unstable and tends to rip a hole in the fabric of space-time and opens up a black hole that destroys the universe. So now that we know those 4 things, it is time to beat the game. For realsies, I assume. Checking one thing before we go. I'm gonna make sure we're even streaming because I have had trouble in the past not knowing what's actually going on. Hey, what do you know? I am live. Although it erroneously says I'm playing the Playroom. Well, whatever. That's next time. Hey, it's #lawyered. Now that you're here, I'm just going through the truths. We got the truths. And it's time to go. Let's do it. Boom.
The page is flooded to the beginning once again. Faster than before, and he fell. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis Stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it, to take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renardo had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. And he had a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage.
Alright. Nope. Let's do it.
Renardo finally realized that Lapino was a traitor to the cause, and maybe Renardo could use that somehow.
Really like that the game uses a narrator to basically, he's telling the story to somebody. I assume it's his kid. Maybe it's Renardo in the future and he's talking to his child. Who knows?
Renardo couldn't quite put his paw on when he'd realized Lapino was working for the Empire. He'd never exactly seen Lapino sending coded messages to the palace, but he was sure. The rabbit had been on too many disastrous missions where he was the only survivor, or where he accidentally missed getting on the boat that went down to the abyss in flames. If Renardo could prevent Lapino from getting back to the fleet with all the intelligence he'd probably gathered, it might be worth the trip.
Let's do it. This is new to me. New path. Alright, hashtag lawyered. It's a great name, by the way. Can't wait to get your commentary on this as we play, because your messages pop up right on the side, so it's fun.
How had they come to this? They'd been on so many adventures together. Lapino had talked Renato out of prison at least 4 times, and Renato had rescued Lapino from at least 2 lynch mobs.
Got some new abilities. Got increased run speed. Extra stamina, extra magic.
It's a bicycle!
Not starting off strong at all. It's alright.
I always felt that the rabbit resented him. Lapino was hilarious because he was so down on himself and everyone else. But behind the
You're the
lines,
news.
he wasn't a happy camper. Ooh, was this payback? Or did the Empire have his little white tail in a vice?
This is awesome. All this dialogue and story stuff is new. Ooh, and I have a level up. Okay. Let's do it. Level 33. Okay. Nice. Boom, 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 boom.
Ravens were landing everywhere from dropships. He'd better get moving. If they got to Lapino first, the rabbit would give the Empire all the intelligence he'd been stealing from the rebellion, and they'd probably give him a medal. He'd have to be very careful about how he played Lapino. At the slightest hint of danger, the mad rabbit would take off like a rabbit.
Where is it visible? You say it's visible. I don't see. Oh! Oh my god, it's been at the bottom the whole time. Oh my goodness. Huh. Oh, wow. That is a weird feeling to almost have beaten the game and notice that your stamina bar has been at the bottom the whole time.
The known knowns.
Oh my goodness.
And even some of the known unknowns. But he didn't know the unknown unknowns. You dig?
Oh, not my finest moment. Yeah, this game's got the best references.
Lapino would betray him. The call was dangerous. Now, Renato had a fleeting idea that the 2 ideas went together somehow. And then it was gone again. Ah, damn ideas. They never stuck around when you needed them.
Part 1 done.
Renato finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing shuffling his favorite deck. Now that he knew what the rabbit was, there were a few things about him that Renato didn't find so amusing anymore. You sent me an urgent message saying that you're in danger. Oh, I am. The Ravens are coming. Now, I got a clever plan to kidnap Zenobia. Renato wanted to clap shackles on the rabbit and shout, "You're a traitor, and I'm not falling for it." But if there was one thing Renato was sure of, it was at the core of the Sky River was dangerous mostly to its user. If he could put it in the Emperor's hands, old Lysander III might blow himself and his fleet up with it. Yes, that was it.
Ooh, alright, let's do that one.
Renato felt like a real hero, brave and smart. He told the rabbit all about the Sky River's God's Eye core. I'll go get the core while you attack Zenobia, he told the rabbit. Oh, wait, I have an even better idea. I'll get the core and you attack Zenobia, said the rabbit. Right, yeah, that is better, agreed Renato. Perfect. The traitor would make sure the Emperor got the core. Now Renato just needed the Emperor to use the core. If he could only get something that the Emperor wanted very badly. Zenobia. He could save her and bait the Emperor at the same time.
Oh, yeah. As you can see, I'm very professional eating my dinner on camera, but that's just how I roll.
Right. Now, all Renato had to do was fight his way through Zenobia's invading troops, sneak onto her ship and into her bedroom, and kidnap her without any of her dozens of guards alerting her. Then, he would rely on her love for him to convince her how evil her father was, so she'd run away with him instead of going back to her father, who was going to blow himself up. It did sound a little risky. But Renato had a feeling it would work out somehow.
Welcome, person.
It always did.
We're on this part 2 of our final push for the true story of this game. If you have any questions about what you missed or whatnot, let me know. Ooh. Good enough. Alright, let's see. Aw, nothing? Ha! You get dizzy when you do that. Alright, let's do this. Alright.
The market. It was going to be full of gogglers, wasn't it? Oh, it would have been so much more fun before the war. When the worst thing that could happen to you was getting fleeced buying a rug. Renato was halfway to Zenobia's encampment when Lapino showed up. He was disheveled and distraught. They jumped us. I barely got away. Oh, they got the core. Oh, it was all going according to plan, thought Renato. Now he just needed Zenobia on his side. Yes, that was even better. The Iblis Stone. Zenobia could get it. And then the Emperor would have to pursue them. Wait, no. The gem would corrupt anyone, even her. That's it, he thought. Even Lupino. Even though Lupino was already a traitor. It would turn him against his secret master, the Emperor.
Man, this is so much cooler when you know.
Emperor. And the Emperor would have to defend himself with the core. Boom. He was a super genius. This is terrible, Renata told the rabbit. If only I had gone for the Iblis stone. But now it's lost in enemy territory. He handed Lupino a map. It gives the bearer so much power. We can only hope the Emperor never finds it. What was that? Said Lupino. I think someone's following us. I didn't hear anything. Rabbit ears.
You go on ahead. I'll check it out.
And with that, Lupino hopped off to the map.
So what do you think of the changes to the story so far?
Hey, you guys interested in real estate? Because you're about to buy the farm.
Yes. Yes, I am. Alright, part 2 done.
Renato slinked through Zenobia's ship, making no sound at all. She was curled up on her bed. He'd forgotten how beautiful she was. How sleek. How soft. He tapped her on the shoulder with his sword. She was made of smoke, and he noticed he had a very solid blade to his throat. Did you really think you could capture me? Purred a familiar voice. I just wanted to chat, said Renato. Did you ever wonder why the Emperor adopted you? He needs a sacrifice. Someone who truly loves him, to make a bargain with the lost gods. That's a vicious lie. He wants to bring them back. That's crazy. Why would anyone... They could make him immortal. An eater of souls. And with that, her eyes widened. She understood. Renato told her how he had rescued a priest whose order had been massacred. How he had slept in a burnt village. At midnight, the Emperor's victims had come to him in his dreams to tell him of the hideous eldritch rituals they'd been sacrificed in. He could still see those kittens and puppies. Their wide, sad eyes, their moist noses. You can't prove that. I've got a witness at the observatory.
Oh wow. Not even an option to choose. It's just, we're going. Ooh, but wait. This time, the rabbit's not there to give them advance notice and then they burn everything. Oh my god, I actually caught it. Huh.
He couldn't tell her, not yet, why he was really here. He didn't want her to be anywhere near the fleet when her father blew himself and Lupino up. So he told her about how the Emperor's obscene rituals had raised ancient artifacts out of the land. How he'd followed the appalling trail of the hideous horrors His Majesty had perpetrated for the sake of his own immortality. Any of this ring a bell? He said. He told me it was all lies. You've always known when I was lying. I always hated that about you, said Renato. The rebellion had started after atrocities that the Empire hushed up. Renato had rescued a priest whose order had been massacred for one book. He had slept in a burnt village. Dead kittens and puppies had come to tell him what the Emperor had done to them.
That is dark. To answer your question, yes, I think the Emperor will be too distracted this time. For those that don't know, and I highly doubt you would, the last time we tried to show her the proof, by the time we reached the scientists, they had all been burned. So maybe that's the change this time around. Seriously, how did I never notice the stamina bar down there? On the plus side, playing this game like 21 times beforehand of doing this, I now know the best path for each area to get the most experience and without wasting any time. I really hope this is the correct path. But it feels like it would be. So many shields. Perfect strikes. Boom. Oh, that was pretty. I like that. That was a good fight.
Don't you think I'd know if my father started practicing black magic? Why? Would you join in? No. I'd destroy his books and I'd... Oh, God. Okay, you're not completely wrong. They've resurrected one of his victims. Well, look, I mean, look, it's not exactly alive, but it can talk. A true witness, she said.
Wouldn't that be nice for you? Hashtag lawyered. Resurrecting witnesses that can't lie. Ha! Emoji. Alright. Oh, this thing.
Magical energy balls.
Ah!
Immune to the laws of gravity.
Stop it! Boom. Damn. I'm getting really good at chaining stuff together. Oh, well, shit. That didn't change at all. Maybe I chose the wrong path.
The observatory was a burning hulk. Dead scientists and black feathers everywhere. The Ravens had taken special care to burn the reanimated witness to cinders. Zenobia stared at the carnage. He didn't want me to hear the witness, did he? I guess not. What's your plan? She asked. So, Renato explained his brilliant gambit. Sending Lupino to get the Iblis Stone, become super powerful and corrupted, provoke the Emperor into using the core against him, thus blowing up both of them, and hopefully the fleet too.
Okay, this is still new.
Counsel, she said, shaken. I want to help. Could he really trust her?
Should I trust her? I'm gonna let this be the audience's decision. And it's yes.
He'd done it. He'd made Zenobia see how evil her father really was. He wished she didn't feel this urge to join in the rebellion. After all, he'd taken care of the Emperor, right? Yeah, but she'd always been conscientious like that. She told him she had to go somewhere first. So Renato gave her the location of the secret base and they agreed to meet in the ruins. He had a very good feeling about this.
Why would you separate? Why would you leave her on her own if you weren't sure you could trust her? That seems foolish. Alright, part 4 of 5.
What had Zenobia gone off to do? What was more important than meeting the Rebel Council? Had he made a mistake, sending her to the ruins? No. He knew they could trust each other. He could trust her because she never broke her word. And she could trust him because she could see right through him. Well, she'd probably be there well before him. She at least didn't have to fight her way through rainstorms of ravens.
I wonder if the comments could let me know their thoughts on my awesome combo abilities.
Whee!
Ooh, spun around too much. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm crying on the inside. Wow. Hurtful. Comments are rough today.
You rushed. Oh.
Yes, it's a 20-second delay, and I'm not sure why, but that's standard with Twitch stuff. I gotta say, the increased run speed is so nice, just because when you were replaying the same levels over and over and over again, getting through them really quickly becomes the most important part. Oh, it's
As he came around the
Lupino.
bend, there was Lupino,
That's new.
unconscious on the side of the path. And Renato could smell a familiar, sweet, smoky scent. Who? Zenobia. It had to be. She never used a combat spell when she could use drowsy gas. That meant she had the Iblis Stone. What would it do to her? She hated her father now. She'd kill him for sure. The council wouldn't mind if she killed the Emperor, but murdering her father would destroy her. He had to get to whatever ledge she was on and talk her down from it.
That's not good. Ah! Okay. That was new.
The long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
Dang it. Still, not bad. I'll definitely get an extra level up at the airship stage. So that's it. We are now 4 of the 5 stages done, and if I make the last decision properly, should get the true ending. So that's something.
Everyone in the council chamber was dead.
Oh.
Zenobia stood shivering in the courtyard, drenched in blood. Why? He managed. They started arguing with me. I lost my temper and I wanted their blood. Well, not me. The stone did. Why did you take it from Lupino? I had a plan. You had a stupid plan, she said. I'm going to go kill my father now. No, you can't. You'll just take his place. You'll become worse than him. Get out of my way, or I'll kill you too.
Huh. I want to go with the new one. Never seen this before. What do you think? Let's do it.
You won't kill me, he said. And I won't let you kill the Emperor. Enraged, she raised the sword. You hate him too? He could sense the Iblis Stone, yearning for his death. But she didn't strike. If you kill him, it'll destroy you. I know you. Shut up! She shouted, her sword trembling. I won't lose you again. Not for anything. Get away from me, he said, and he was very close. I can't lose you again. And he was in reach of her sword now. I hate him! I hate you too! I love you, he said for the very first time. And then she was weeping. He was holding her. The sword had dropped from her hand. He glanced at the Iblis Stone. It was no longer the black of the void. It looked like coal. No, It glowed, like a cinder. It was crackling, burning, crumbling into ashes. "You've always loved me, haven't you?" she said. She was weak. The stone had taken so much from her. "Always," he said. She staggered as he helped her up. "Let me take you away." "Where?" "The island of Avalon. The sisters will heal you." "He will follow us." "Then we need the Farfarer, the fastest ship in the Empire."
Well, that did not go the way I expected. So many Twitters.
The Empire had seized his ship. They'd have to take it back.
What?
Led right into the middle of the fleet. It was a glaring weakness in the defense. Zenobia was in no shape to fight. But he never fought so well. He wasn't fighting for money or loot or a cause. He was fighting for her. For them. His sword danced, his feet flew, and the ravens recoiled from his ferocity.
That's cool. I like that shift.
Okay, let's get this over with, and we can all go home. Well, not you, just me.
This game with the humor. Oh, so close. One more fight and I get a level up. So how do we think this is going to end? Good or bad?
Ready to take on new power.
Yes. So close.
There it was, his beautiful skycraft, the Farfarer. They would fare very far indeed, beyond the Empire, beyond the reach of the Empire, to the mystical island of Avalon. He didn't know exactly where it was, but he knew he could find it, and they would find peace there. Second star on the right, and straight on till morning, laughed Zenobia. And they laughed together for the first time in a long time.
Whew, here we go. Second to last fight. Fingers crossed. A lot of bomb guys this time. Oh my goodness, there. Wow. That definitely did not go to plan. And also, that was more people than there has ever been in a single fight. Switching to Ice Sword. Those bomb guys suck. Okay. Focus on getting combo up. Alright. Don't lose this. Nope, that was the wrong thing to do. Damn it. Oh my goodness, that fight.
But they did not go unnoticed. Scout ships lifted off.
Nice.
And the long lance of the Imperial flagship. Bernardo turned downwind to gain speed. The Raven ships could pursue, but they couldn't close. The Farspeaker croaked, "You return her and live!" "Go sacrifice yourself," yelled Bernardo. Then you won't have her either. On the flagship, the Emperor was readying some arcane weapon. It couldn't be. It was the core. A devastating beam lanced out of the flagship. Bernardo zigzagged wildly to keep the Farfair out of it. Now the Raven scout ships were closing the distance, and the beam was getting closer too. Then came a blinding flash, and the air was searingly hot all around him. There was a thunderous, deafening roar. He could smell burnt oak and burnt feathers and burnt flesh. But when he could hear and see again, they were alive and unhurt. And they were alone in the sky. Zenobia embraced him. They had done it. Through luck and through love, they had won the war. Avalon, here we come, he said as he held her arms wide in the prow of the boat and let her feel its speed. Maybe the real Avalon is wherever we're together, she said. And so, after a bit of an argument, Bernardo and Zenobia went to one of the two Avalons. The one shrouded in mists, or the one in their hearts. But which one they went to, I'll never tell. He'd done it. He'd forged his own destiny.
Yeah!
Well, he hadn't actually done it, but he knew what he would do. Bernardo smiled at the book. He practically wanted to kiss it. The kid's sacrifice hadn't been in vain. He'd saved the book and saved the world. Bernardo owed him and his mother so much. Bernardo lowered the mainsail and let the Farfarer shoot forward in the breeze. Second star to the right, and straight on till morning. This time, he would win.
Awesome. Still have Indians I need to get, though. I wanted to save this one till very last and do all the other ones, but you know what? Sometimes you just gotta just do it. Am I right? Okay. That's awesome. So did you hear that they're making a Harley Quinn movie? It's gonna feature Harley Quinn and a bunch of other female superheroes. It's gonna be like their own Birds of Prey movie. They just announced it today. I think that's really cool. Did not see that coming. But I like that DC seems willing to give female-led movies a shot. This is now their second one that they're working on, and meanwhile, Marvel is still like 3 years out from their first one, and they've had an 8-year start. It's kind of weird. Most people like to skip the credits, but I'll watch them. I might not read every single one of them, but these people worked really hard on the game I like, and the least I can do is give their credits a roll. And sometimes there's stuff at the end of it, like a movie. But it's more just respect for what they've made. From what I know about this developer, Spearhead Studios, they're based in Canada, which means if I ever want a job in the video game industry and I need to move to Canada, I'll at least have a good jumping off point and can be like, hey, I like your work. Unless they need me to speak French. Way too lazy to buy Rosetta Stone. That was a good game. Cannot wait to finish the remaining storylines and get my platinum trophy. Ooh, there is something after. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, that's cool. Okay. Now fights are going to be even faster.
The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were
What you get if
scouting
you do
for the
everything
secret
else?
rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Bernardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure
Thank
he
you
could
all
figure
for
out
watching.
how to use it safely. Also,
Have a great
a
night.
temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lupino needed rescuing. Of course, Bernardo had a pretty strong suspicion that Lupino had betrayed the rebellion. And he had a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage.
All right.
Every child knew about the Sky Ripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces deep. And then, this Emperor's
Alright,
horrific
well that about
sacrifice
wraps it
had brought
up.
it back
Thanks
to
for
the
watching.
surface.
Tune in
Bernardo
next
wasn't
time when
exactly
I'm
sure how to
probably
use the
playing more
legendary
Uncharted
ability.
4.
But surely, there must be some way